anymore. My husband said he'll. Yeah.
Great. Hey,
He's a good
everybody.
lad.
Welcome to the Coils of Destiny. This is episode 4. We've done this 3 whole times before now. My name is Steven Dutzman. I am the Dungeon Master of this family-friendly Dungeons & Dragons live play. Emery, can you mute yourself? Because I don't know what that noise is. So this is I'm the Dungeon Master of our family-friendly Dungeons & Dragons Let's Play. We are a band of plucky adventurers doing all sorts of chicanery and nonsense, but, you know, less foul-mouth, usually, and more plucky comic relief. It's a whole wide range of fun. So thank you, everybody, for coming to give us a watch so far. We're 3 episodes in. Last episode, which is available up on our YouTube channel, when last we met, our brave adventurers battled several barrels of enchanted-ish, acid-spewing rotten fish, and we almost had a death. So it was wild. And game ended as the last barrel as the last of the gases was kind of like spewed up into the air, and it was kind of safe to walk around, and everyone was able to kind of stand up and dust themselves off from the chaos. To fill you guys in on, just to remind you, there were 2 guards that were in the smoke that you may want to check on, and yeah, that's it. We stopped really like right as the smoke cleared, literally. So for those that are watching, normally we have our friend Amanda. She is in Croatia this week, so clearly she was not going to be able to remote in because I think it's like 2 in the morning there or something like that, probably even later. So we're gonna give her a break. Odavira is her cleric. She's gonna find something to do. Uh-oh, we lost. Oh, Marie's back. Why don't we take a quick moment before we get started? We'll give Marie a moment to get her machine working again. To my, is it right? I think it's right. Is Dana. Dana, who are you and who are you playing again?
I'm Dana, and I am playing Rory. She is the Swarmkeeper Ranger.
Great. And to her right is Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi. So I'm playing Penelope, also known as Pin, and she is the rogue.
Okay. And
Sneaky. Super sneaky.
towards the bottom of the screen is my brother Michael. So if you see a guy that looks a lot like me, I promise it is not actually me. It's my brother. Mike, who are you playing? He's muted. I wonder if he's talking into the mute. We got a couple cameras off. Okay, I'm just going to say it. He's probably doing something. It is around put the kid to bedtime. So he is Preston Gray, the wizard. And then Marie, can we hear you? Great.
Hopefully.
I can hear you. I hear you perfect. And
good.
Who are you playing?
Tally. Oh my gosh. Toll Wave. Sorry. The Elf Warrior.
Fair enough. And last but not least, the celebrity visiting us once again. Kate, the new mama. New mama, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And who are you playing?
I am playing Jezebel, the excitable and charismatic tiefling rogue. Or rogue, bard.
Bard, same difference.
I was just having an argument with someone about the D&D movie about whether Ed is a bard or a rogue, so clearly it's stuck in my brain.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be anything as long.
Yeah, we won't go there.
He could be anything as long as he has the performer background. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's get started. So, once again, to set the scene for our audience, let me kind of go to. Oh, you know what? I should probably, I don't know, like, hold up here. have to do this right, everybody. And producing a show is hard.
It's rough.
Oh, why is it not?
So I think the subtitle of today's episode is Technical Difficulties Abound.
Technical difficulties defeated. Like, were we in fact defeated by...
Oh man. When technology works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it is the biggest headache.
Hey, look, I did it.
Yay!
You did it! Hooray!
Freaking
And there was
magical.
much rejoicing.
Wait a minute. Nope, you guys. Nope, that's the DM one. We can't be seeing that.
Oh man.
Quick, someone screenshot it.
All right, ready?
We can't be doing that. That's the Chrome one. We don't want that. Hold on.
Listen, Lady Twitch, she bucks.
Why is it being so rude? The
A
cops are
fickle
coming.
beast.
That's why the tech is so bad. The cops are coming.
That's it.
So once again, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. All right, so this is our village square. Okay, so the dust has settled. The green acidic smoke has billowed up into the air. You can still see it. It's rank, but it does not hurt to be in its presence. And you and it is rising as opposed to kind of billowing along the floor. You definitely notice that the cobblestone that is on or around that wagon is definitely kind of pockmarked. Definitely all of you, without any kind of knowledge check, straight up recognize this as that was some kind of like an acid type thing. So it looks like someone spilled a vial of acid all over the cobblestones, around that wagon. You do see two
Yikes.
members of the town guard kind of prone on the ground, and neither of them are moving.
Oh, are you both alive? Are you okay?
No response.
We better go over and
Uh-oh.
check on them.
Yeah, they might not be doing so well.
Okay.
I'll go with Finn. Like,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And so, you walk over. Neither of them are moving. What are you gonna do?
hold on. I will do could I roll like a medicine check to like assess?
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. D20 plus 1, and here we go. Ooh, an 18.
I mean, so there are two of them. The one closest to the building, it's kind of face first. He does not appear to be breathing. And you give a quick check to the one that is kind of farther away from the building, and he is breathing, but it's labored breathing. He's in really bad shape.
Uh-oh. Rory is gonna come over to the one that is not breathing. She's just going to touch him gently on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds. Nice.
Okay.
For 6 points of healing.
It has no effect that you can.
Oh, him dead. I like to think that you said that out loud. Roy's just like, oh, him dead. Anyway, moving along.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. I put like, does he have a pulse? Like,
Yeah,
feel
I
for
mean,
a
you
pulse.
it is labored breathing. Further investigation, he does have a pulse. You can feel that there is a heartbeat. This guy is in rough shape, but he is still alive.
Is Brother Thaddeus still outside? Because he had stepped out. Is he still
Yes.
outside, or did he go back inside?
Brother Thaddeus is at this point. He's actually moved to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
He's kind of
Oh,
observing.
perfect. There he is. Okay.
He's a cleric, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. Brother Thaddeus, we need your help down here. Quickly, please.
Sure. And he makes his way down, and Odavira actually follows right behind him.
Yay.
They are of the same church, so it only makes sense. He leans down and, kind of, puts his hand together and, puts his two hands on the town guard's chest, and you witness what you have recognized as healing magic, and the town guard's breathing steadies, and he is, he starts to, move like he's gonna get up. And Brother Thaddeus just kind of tells him to stay down. Brother, just stay. We'll get someone to help you up.
Yay.
Brother Thaddeus, thank you for attending to them so quickly.
Yes, and I will attend to the fallen as well. Perhaps I may be able to be of some use here. I would ask that Odavira stays with me to help deal with any others that may be hurt as the smoke clears. If you could, it appears that the horses that were drawing that wagon, someone said that they went that way. If you could venture that way and find out and perhaps track them and see where they went.
Sure. We'll go find the
Absolutely.
horses. All right, team, let's go.
All right.
Away we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna use some, I guess, survival for like tracking.
That is, in fact, exactly what you would use. So,
Oh well, perfect.
as you start doing that, but this may actually help you a little bit. As you start doing that, you hear like super labored, like just stomping feet and just labored breathing and like a coin purse jingling as Sir Beefleman runs around the corner.
Sir Beefy.
They went that way. They went.
Oh,
that
you
way.
should sit down, Sir Beefy. Sit down. You're so tired. It's okay.
But I needed. They went that way. They went that way, and so he's standing at an intersection, and he kind of points that way. I think I saw him go down an alleyway. And he's just
Good job.
This guy. So he's a big dude, and he probably ran farther than he has ever run in his life. And so he is. He's sweating a little bit, and so as he finishes like saying that, he walks over to like these tables on the side and just kind of collapses into one of the chairs. Just that
What
way.
a hero.
That way.
You've done such a great service for the town. Gold star.
Yeah, thank you. And
I was just kidding.
and so he points down a road, and he said that he thinks they went down an alleyway.
Is he pointing in the same direction?
Yeah,
Generally,
like he's pointing
yeah.
in the direction that he's pointing in the direction that he ran from, and that if the wagon was coming from one side in front of the office and down the other way, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That it would
Okay.
have gone that way.
Well, let's go, I guess.
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
So you did you do a survival check?
Oh,
Why
after.
don't you do that?
Huh?
I don't know if the ranger wants to at least assist.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
do you want me to roll
you
as well? should probably roll.
I don't know. Listen.
I mean, maybe not.
All right. Well, you know what? Here's the good news.
Here, I was most recently just passed out, dragged on my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, you definitely
out
still
of
have
it.
cobblestone
Oriented.
rash. You still have cobblestone rash on your forehead. So, okay.
Mhm.
So
We need to
here's
get some
the good-
ointment for that.
Yeah.
Cure wounds myself.
We'll get that taken care of. Okay.
Oof.
So here's the good news. The good news is, he sent you down a path, and it's a major road, but there's not a lot else on that road. So if you just kind of follow it, even though none of you necessarily see any tracks, this does look like a major thoroughfare. And there are alleyways off to the right on each side. Every handful of buildings. This is not a huge town, so when he says they went that way, there's only so far they can go before they're either in the ocean or outside of town. So the five of you start walking, and I'm assuming that some of you are going to be looking down alleyways. If everyone could please make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
I am a
Preston
3.
Oh, Preston.
ain't seen nothing.
Oh no.
Okay.
Did I seriously just roll a second nat 1?
Wow.
Get him out of the way now.
Get it out of the way
Yeah,
while you're
right.
looking for stuff, and while Linda and Marie.
Apparently, I
covered
used up
for
mine.
you.
I used up
Okay.
my nat 20.
Okay, so Linda and Marie, while you guys are all walking, after a very brief walk, you look and you see there's an alleyway, and you actually see at the entrance to the alleyway, which really, it's not like a New York City alleyway. We're talking just like it's an area in between buildings. But one thing that you see is there were like two little fences on the side of either building, and one of them, so as you're coming at it this way, one of the sides of the fence just absolutely got rocked, as though maybe a horse ran and crashed into it while it was running by. And as you look down that hallway, or down that alleyway at the end, you see a well at the end of the alley. Kind of like there's an alley and there's an opening, there's a well, and there's a horse next to it.
All right. I think we found them. At least one of them.
Hooray!
Does it look calm, spooked,
I mean,
irritated?
The horse looks. I mean, from where you are now, it's kind of moving around, but it doesn't. You can't really tell from here whether or not it just got done doing a lot of work or not. You suspect, though, that you might be able to tell if you got closer.
Rory, you're probably like really good with animals, right? Maybe you should.
Kind of. I mean, I'm good with these guys, and I'll like pet my raven.
Yeah.
But like other animals, 50-50.
I mean, I'm kind of neutral either way, but I can go try. I mean, I'm small. Maybe they won't be as scared. And I can go really like stealth, like carefully.
Yes.
So,
Sure. Maybe if you would like to make a stealth roll and sneak up
you
on
mean
the
do
horse.
stealth? I mean, I don't want to sneak up on them. I want to like I'm not trying to sneak, because if they get startled, that's worse. So I want to just be approaching very gently and very calmly.
Sure.
So is that more like animal handling?
I would like a wisdom check, please. I mean,
I can
if you're
do that.
proficient in animal handling, I would.
I am
absolutely
not
like-
proficient, so just
I would like
wisdom.
a wisdom check.
I can do wisdom. Let's see how smart I am. I'm not smart right now.
Okay, so here's what happens. See, what had happened was
We're doing great, guys.
You found it, right? Like Linda and Marie found the
That's
So-
a horse. Found it.
So you found the horse. Good job. So
Did it?
you try to quietly, like, you do this thing. It's like out of a Looney Tunes cartoon. Like, you're like walking quietly, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, horse, no big deal," and then you step in a bucket.
That sounds about right.
And it's just clang, 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 clang. You like trip and land, but you don't like hurt yourself. You like land, you roll over, land on your feet, and the horse like does not react to you at all. Just kind of like gives you a look and just kind of walking around the well. You get a sense as you get closer. Number one, you can definitely tell this thing was harnessed to pull something. This is not like a racehorse or a war horse. This is a work.
It's a cart horse. Yep.
This horse is not in any way worried about you as people. Like it just notices you and then goes back to its thing, just kind of hanging out. And it is
Okay.
It's not tied up near the well, but it's just there.
Keep it cool.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Sure.
And just listen to it and see if it's talking to itself.
I mean, it's not like talking to itself. No. However, you get a sense that it is waiting.
Okay.
Like,
then I'll just calmly approach and just say, "Hey, buddy, what you doing?"
I mean, I'm waiting for my guy who went down there.
Was he pointing? Was he like
and then,
to the well?
He like kind of noses down at the well. Like, yeah, I'm waiting for my guy. He went down there.
Oh, okay. Do you know why he went down there?
No. He just went down there.
Okay.
And so I'm supposed to wait so that I can pull stuff.
Did he cut you free from the wagon, or did you break free?
Oh no, that was. I don't know. I was pulling it. It was hard. It was heavy. Kind of stank. And then all of a sudden, the weight was loose, and he told me to run, and so I ran.
Okay. I will relay this information to my group as he's saying it, kind of under my breath. Okay. How long ago did he go down there? I know time is hard. Have you been?
Not long.
Okay.
I don't have words for time.
I know.
Not long. I mean, he doesn't really go away from me for very long, so I think he should be back soon.
Was there only one horse that ran away, or were there two?
I think there were two, right?
Do we
remember? I don't remember.
There
were two.
I feel like there were two. Yeah.
There were two.
I was like, okay. So I'll just be like, where's your friend? The other one that was helping you pull the wagon.
Oh, I think they said they were going to be going out of town.
Okay.
I'm skipping town. See ya.
Screw this by.
As soon as they weren't with me, I stopped worrying about it because I was worrying about my guy.
Fair. Was he on your back when you came over here?
Yeah.
And
then he got off. Well, I mean, that's what the saddle's for.
Oh, I just assumed it was like the cart.
He's got a saddle.
Bridle. Okay.
Sassy horse.
Fair enough. Right? Jesus.
The only I wish I could do a Jersey accent because that's what I really want to do. Like I feel like this is like a Jersey construction worker.
He's just a horse from Brooklyn, you know.
Listen, I'm just waiting for my guy.
It's my homeland. I understand.
All right. At this point, I think Rory will be up by the well and look over just to kind of see if it's like a standard well where it's like just 20 feet down and we can see water. Does it look like a portal? Like what's going on?
Steve, is this a well like what I got in my yard? The big 3-foot diameter hole, or like a wishing well? Like what do we? What do we see?
Picture like a wishing well. Picture a wishing well looking kind of thing. With the bricks and the circle and the roof and the bucket. When you look down, you see water.
Okay.
Okay. do all of the walls look intact, or does it look like there's like a breakaway within like
Are you
the wall?
asking, does it look like you could go anywhere but to the water if you went into this well?
Yes.
No. It looks
Okay.
like if you jumped into this well, you would land in water.
Okay. So he, assuming, is under the water somewhere.
Assuming those other shenanigans didn't happen.
It is worth mentioning, and you are wise enough to know this. You can see water, but it's really hard to tell how deep the water is from this height.
Can I send my birds down as a mage hand and just like see how far they go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sure. So, you send a bird down, and, you know, obviously it's cramped for a raven to fly. So it kind of, like...
It's gonna cannonball.
Yeah, it kind of, like, just half crashes. Like, it's awkward, but whatever. It's a spirit, so it doesn't really matter. And eventually, it gets underneath, and, you know, as it kind of lifts at and pokes at the water like you would like with a mage hand, you get the sense that the water is not really that deep because it's really silty.
Okay. So ideally we should see him if he's in here. Hold please.
Like we need some eyes and ears down there, not just a bird.
What about a giant stick? Just like twirl it around.
Well, I don't have a giant stick, but I do have a mobile set of eyes and ears. And I lift my top hat, and a wild possum appears. Well, not a wild
Y'all are
possum.
very willing to drown your pets today. I'm just saying.
God.
Mine is incorporeal. It's fine.
Okay.
Mine,
Cool.
mine is celestial and is resummonable.
Okay, so you throw your possum into the well.
Throw. There is no throw with any type of malice. I do. Truffles just kind of squares off as if to take a dive, and then just kind of hops and jumps in.
10 out of 10.
So he lands in the water. And so are you seeing through his eyes?
So I find a comfortable wall, and I just kind of just it looks like I conk out immediately.
Okay.
And I am now currently seeing and hearing through Truffle's senses.
Do possums have dark vision?
I would assume so since they're nocturnal.
I don't know. They
They-
get hit by a lot of cars.
They might have low light vision,
Listen.
but probably not
Hold
night
on.
vision.
Okay.
That's
pulling
like
them up.
light blindness.
They do have dark vision.
They do. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it tracks.
It does make sense. Okay, so let me see. So he falls, hits the water, and Michael, what he sees is the well kind of leads to kind of it is the entire floor of the kind of room, for lack of a better term, that you are in is covered with 6 to 8 inches of water, so like ankle deep water, that is really silty. So it's like hard to really see the ground beneath it at any distance. And he sees, this is a kind of a rectangular cavern, rough walls, and there is a passageway off to the southeast.
Okay.
Oh, and he sees 3 giant crabs.
Stop with the crabs.
These damn crabs.
Jeez.
I don't think he can.
He's being crabby.
Okay, yeah, so that's what you see. You see 3 giant crabs that, as of yet, have not noticed truffles.
Okay.
Or the
So.
bird.
Okay. So. I'm going to break the link with Truffles, but not before giving him the order to just like giving him the telepathic command to just chill out.
Okay.
Like, do not engage. Do not engage.
Sure.
I can't make you breathe fire twice.
Okay.
So I break out of my concentration. I stutter. I stutter to life off the wall, and I go, okay. It looks like we can land safely. It's gonna be a little bit muddy, but it'll be fine. There's a cavern breaking off of the well. It clearly leads down a path, and it's defended by crabs.
Oh no. The medium ones are the dog sized ones or the big size ones?
They were not the big one.
They appear to be the hound sized ones.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I said it was not the big one.
Okay. As some clarification, then, as someone who saw both of those crabs previously, are they bigger or smaller than the medium?
It was hard to tell because they're kind of like sitting in mud, but they are not. They are not the ones that you saw before.
Okay.
Nor are they the giant freaking one.
Okay, I can only confirm that they are not the giant crabs, but
Fair.
they might still be a lot of trouble for us, especially because they're burrowed in silt, and we like to breathe. One of us should put on that water bubble that's in the bag of holding that lets you.
All right, I'm gonna
breathe
get that
underwater.
right out. Who wants to wear it?
You should wear it.
Okay.
I have things that I can do in case of an emergency. But if you start drowning, Olivera will be so mad at us. So I just want to make sure that Pin can breathe.
Fair point.
Also, it blocks the smell in case we get attacked by acid fish again.
All right, so I've got it out, ready to put on once we start descending.
So how are you all planning to make your descent into the well?
Should we just tie a rope and climb down?
Yes.
Probably the best.
Well, is the bucket? You said it had the bucket with the rope to crank it down. Is that look strong enough, like it would support the weight of some adventurers one at a time?
Why don't you?
Should I roll?
Mike, your chair is killing me. You gotta move yourself a little bit. Or sit up. Why don't can I get perception checks from everyone? Well, everyone who is looking at the rope in the bucket.
Yeah.
If you decided not to.
Oh, oops. Too many buttons.
Oh, I like that number. Can we save that for later? Can we put that
Okay,
pin in that?
but it's a 23, not a 76.
23, not a 70. I mean, the 76 is pretty cool.
She has perceived everything from all corners of the universe and
She
time.
can identify the different
She knows
strands
all
of
that will be, that ever was, that ever can be.
No.
I have won the game.
No, she perceives that she is a character inside of a tabletop adventure.
Oh no! I have broken.
Oh.
She perceives the fourth wall. Okay, so so Rory, you're looking at this rope. You think it's probably you think that none of you are particularly, it's not like we got a half orc in full plate. So as long as you take it one at a time, and don't like overcrowd it, you should be okay.
Okay.
Barring you guys doing anything dumb, but like if you just use it like a regular old rope.
Dumb
You
is
should
my
be
middle
okay.
name.
Yeah, but you're not a half orc in full plate, so like so it'll save a little bit of trouble. So what I would like to know is the order in which you guys go down, because that's relevant. I don't know why it's relevant, but it's relevant.
I think Tally needs to take point on this.
I was gonna say marching
Callie, do you
orders.
want
Oh,
to
yeah, that's a good point.
bubble on to start, and then we could transfer it over. so that in case shenanigans happen when you get down there.
Tally wasn't really part of this plan, but okay, sure.
She's
I
going
mean, you
anyway.
can tell it.
Kill your animals and Tally. All right, let's roll.
I mean, do you want me to take points?
I'm expendable.
I-
All right, let's go. Tally's climbing down.
You are
Did you take the
not
bubble?
expendable.
Okay. So, and so just tell me the order that you guys are gonna go. We don't need rolls for this. The rope is fine. You guys know I'm not gonna do that kind of micromanagement. So tell me the
All right.
order that you're going. Tally, and then
I'll go second.
and then Pin,
I'll go third.
and then Rory. All right, Jez
I'll go
and
last.
Preston are gonna play.
I was gonna say, yeah, bring up the rear. That way we have somebody watching Preston.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. I mean,
Okay.
you know.
All right, let me grab you guys and copy paste you so that I can put you in the right place. So we have Pin and Rory and Preston and Jez. Okay, so the climb is. Oh, he tried to grab the town watchman. That wasn't going to be helpful. So the climb is uneventful. And all of you are supposed to have copy pasted from the other map. Okay. Bear with me, everybody. Here we go. Oh, and it took the wagon. Whoops. All right. And y'all can't see anything yet. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, good. It's not just my computer.
What is it? All right, hold on. It's being a jerk. I'm sorry, guys. Just taking me a second here.
It's so spooky.
It's spooky as all get out. All right, we're gonna...
What you can't see on camera is that someone has just brought me baklava.
Oh, I'm jealous.
So jealous.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I should find out
Right.
there's a church next town over that they used to do it around Mother's Day. They would like have all the grandmas come and like make like old school Greek baklava.
Oh,
I need to see if that's it survived the pandemic.
The
Yeah.
person
That
who made
tradition. Oh,
amazing.
this was legit made by someone named John Stamos.
Oh.
He used his Greek grandmother's recipe was used.
oh, that's the best kind.
It's
That's
just
awesome.
yes. I
All
just
right, well,
kind of want to sit here and
baklava-
sniff it for a
Okay.
minute because it's amazing.
So
Baklava
there may
is
be a
being-
knock on your door in about 20 minutes because I think that's how long it takes me to drive to your town from where I'm at. So
Yes,
Yeah.
come on down.
Baklava is being added to the list of things I need to do while I'm up in Connecticut this summer.
I'll just call John. Could you whip up Grandma's recipe again?
I'll trade. I'll make Polish pierogies from scratch and
Oh my God.
we'll do the Polish. I'll cook Polish food if we'll trade.
That's amazing.
Because the aunties all
Okay.
taught me how to do it properly. Okay.
So
We have
you
a thing.
guys are There we go. So you guys
Yay.
kind of drop down. So let me describe this fully. So as you come down off, as each of you comes down off the rope, you feel yourself sink slightly into the silty ground beneath this like brackish, nasty water. I would like everyone to make a perception check as they hit the ground. So yeah, just make your perception checks now, and I'll tell everybody what's going on. But so as you land, your feet kind of sink. You suspect that it might be rather difficult to move while you are moving through this muddy, nasty water. Everyone that did better than a 15. This smell, and actually this kind of works out. This smells like ocean water.
Oh.
Not necessarily like that much of a surprise, being that this is a coastal town, but all of you who have been here for any length of time, and you can decide which one of that is, you can't, you are not aware of any place where there is seawater under the city.
Okay.
So this is news to y'all. So the sides of the cave, the sides of the cave are, this is clearly not man-made. This is clearly like a natural kind of tunnel that was kind of, they built a well into it at one point. This must have been filled with water. Talia, you had the highest perception check on this. It's kind of weird that they would have had a well with seawater in it. That's not how that works. And so so it's silty, 6 to 8 inches of water that you're running through. So this would qualify as difficult terrain. What that means is every time you try to move one space, it's basically 2. So each 1 foot of movement costs you 2 feet of movement. Unless you use shenanigans to get out of it. So it's basically half your movement rounded down unless other things go on. And you do see 3 crabs on the southern end of the room. And they do not look, they look to be smaller and narrower in like their torso is not the right word, but like the body of the crab is narrower. Linda, did you have
Nope,
you're a
go ahead.
teacher. Do you have an actual term for it? No.
I was thinking of an insect terminology, I'm in the wrong animal class, so
All right.
never mind.
So the body part that is not the claws. I mean, Megan
Close enough.
Chat, so she might be able to help. But the body.
I was thinking thorax, but that's an insect terminology. I do not know if it generalizes to crabs.
Whatever. That part, y'all know what I'm talking about. Is the good part. Is significantly narrower. But like their claws look about the same size, which is a little weird. These look really awkward crabs. And there are 3 of them. As of right now, it does not appear that they are moving towards you. So they're just kind of chilling. What do you do? So all of you land successfully without any problems. You should all be able to control yourselves. If you can't, let me know and I'll fix that. And I'll let you guys kind of settle yourselves into whatever position you would like to be in before we move forward with the thing.
Well, I don't trust these crabs, but I guess
No.
if they're just sitting there, then we just try to go around them.
As long as they're not too crabby, I guess we'll be fine.
It's true.
Can't
No
go
one has
over
the
'em.
ability to like calm them, right?
Do you?
No, I was asking if somebody else did.
I could play a
No.
song for them.
Ooh, like a lullaby?
Let's not do the thing we did last time.
No.
Because
Eat
the
them?
last time you played a song, she accidentally summoned a giant crab.
Okay, that's a
Is
fair
that
point.
what happened? Or
Well, we don't know
Yes.
that the two were related. We don't know that I
Yeah.
caused that.
We're not sure if it's causational or correlational. So
We're bringing out the $5 words today.
those are 10 gold. I want 10
Yeah.
gold for those words.
that was a word wealth word?
Mhm.
All right. Tally, since you're kind of in point, do you want to take the breathing bubble in case you hit shenanigans first? Or do you want me to keep wearing it?
No, I think let's keep it with you guys. I can probably hold my breath longer.
Okay, noted. So I've got the breathing bubble on per Preston's strong suggestion.
Sure. And so the let me reveal the area for you because it looks like I missed a little bit of a spot. So the pathway is that way.
Okay.
Okay.
It is worth mentioning that it is super dark down here. So the light obviously is coming in from the well. And so this area is pretty dark, but you can see it's like this is kind of like low light. But as you go down this hallway, it will be dark. So if you do not have dark vision, you will likely want to address that.
I have a question.
Preston. Yes.
I'll stay near Tally, who happens to have a moon silver sword.
All right.
Can go ahead. So am I able to cast things on my ravens? I know they're like incorporeal beings.
So, like what?
Like fairy fire.
Well, so fairy fire you don't cast on targets; you cast at an area and affect that area.
Yes, but like, would it illuminate them? Would they cast the glow?
Until they left the area of the fairy fire, yes.
Oh, so
Fairy
it's not
fire
like
is on fairy
it's not
fire
like
is on a fixed point in time, and it illuminates
Okay.
things in that area.
okay. I didn't know if it was like a fairy dust bomb
You're not
to
hanging-
like
you're not
put it
hanging
weirdly.
You're not hanging Christmas lights from all your ravens, letting them fly around.
Damn it.
Nope.
Can we do that?
Not using fairy fire. But
Okay.
if you can
that's
find
fair.
other very light lights, yes.
I didn't know if it was like a chalk bomb and like anything in the area gets affected by it, even if they leave the area, or if it's just in the area.
It's in that area.
Okay. That answers my question.
Okay. So, it looks like we have a reasonable marching order. In what direction would you like to head, Talia, since you are the front of the line? You get to drive the bus.
I'll go ahead and if the crab's going to attack, I just gave it attack of opportunity, so we'll know soon.
You walk past them, and like it definitely gives you as much side eye as a crab can.
I mean, they're kind of on. Yeah,
Like
I mean that
you are,
for a crab that makes sense.
You are 100% aware that it perceived you, but did not make an aggressive action towards you. But it knows you were there, and you know that because it it did like a little turn, but not an aggressive one. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm trying
cool.
to describe
Yeah,
this.
I do.
You are
I get
aware
it.
that it perceives you, but it is.
We know
Well,
that each other exists, but
The
we're
ice
cool.
stalks moved.
Yeah, it kind of did one of these.
Eye stalk. That's what I was trying to think. Yes. Yeah. He's
Pick an eye,
stalking me.
Pick an eye, babe. Pick an eye.
You looking at me? You looking at the wall?
And the other, so the one closest to you kind of perceives you. The other two were just kind of chilling.
Sup, Holmes?
Dana, can I get a survival check?
Sure. Jesus Christ.
Well,
And while
No.
she's doing that, because
So
I'm a
it's a
nerd, I looked it
6.
up. The 6? Oh.
no, it's not.
That is my third or fourth nat one.
You know nothing.
Oh dear.
You know nothing.
I am
You know
really
nothing, Aurora Snow.
Yeah, you know nothing. Okay, so you looked it up. What is the body of the crab called?
I was close. Cephalothorax.
Cephalothorax. Okay, that's fair.
That was my next guess, to be honest.
Really?
No.
Well, it's kind of like their
know
a
head.
little.
It's like their head and their body all together. I get it. Okay. So,
I mean, I drink seltzer and I know things.
all right, you drink that. All right, everybody
Like, this is a
kind of
D-rated-
line up. Everybody kind of line up behind Talia, and we're gonna have her kind of walk her
Okay.
way through this, and I will tell you what, and we will figure it out as we go. So, as you walk into the hallway, Talia, you have dark vision. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I'll be revealing stuff, and you.
Thank
so-
you, Elven ancestry to da. Sorry.
Okay, so
I'm going to blame the baklava.
yeah. Okay, so you come around the corner, and you see the tunnel opens to your left, and it opens. It kind of goes in three directions.
Okay.
You can either go to your left, which looks like it actually has a bit of a slight rocky incline, and you could go straight, which, well, it's just going straight, and you can go left, and it is a slight decline. It doesn't look like you would slip down it. And it is kind of like a narrow. If you were to go to the right, it goes towards a pretty narrow passageway. You suspect that you would be able to get through there, but you would have to go one by one. You do also see two other crabs, that look kind of like the first one. That are at one of them is kind of like at the end of the tunnel to the right, and the other is kind of like straight ahead. The one that is straight ahead, once again, perceives you, but does not move.
Okay.
I mean, other than it's just kind of sitting there and like kind of doing normal crab standing still stuff,
Right, as one does.
Kind of kind of digging at the water, whatever. And there is less water in the tunnel, but it is still muddy and gross. So you suspect that your movement will be limited still.
I'm assuming my survival roll was for tracking.
Your survival roll was for secret stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask to track to see if there were any tracks of anybody in here.
That would be a separate survival
Okay.
roll, and you're welcome to
Can I
try and
roll
do
for that?
again.
Okay. I wanted to roll it, but then I was like, but if I already rolled for it, then
No. It's a separate thing.
11.
I mean, you get the sense that it would be really hard to track in this, because you wouldn't be able to see, because there's water on the ground. So even if like it is silt covered.
Oh,
like,
okay. So there's
silty
like a
water.
layer above it that
Yeah.
it's not like imprinted like at the beach.
Yeah, it's exactly. So no, you cannot see tracks, but
Okay.
you also know that it would be like, if you could track in here, you're like the best tracker on earth. Like,
If it was my favorite terrain.
I mean,
It's not.
I was just like, why would you like this?
Okay, so which direction would you like to drive the bus, Tali?
I'm gonna head toward our crab fellows. Or fellow. That was the
Okay.
right one,
The
right?
east one or the south one?
Do you want to go to the right, to the narrow
All right,
hallway, or straight
asking
ahead?
someone with.
Oh.
I
You're gonna go
I
straight
thought
ahead.
there was just one with a crab at the end of it.
Nope, there are two.
Nope. You got to scroll down. There's a second friend.
I can only see. Oh. Okay. Then I guess we'll go over here.
Okay, so as you guys walk through, that crab, actually, this is going to sound really weird. It kind of gets out of your way.
I mean, who wouldn't?
In as much, and by get out of your way, like, it's a rock wall. It kind of just like scuttles into the dirt a little bit so that you have more room to walk by. It perceives you once again. It's still perceiving you, but it is not being aggressive.
Just recognizing my significance. That's fine. I appreciate that.
Has it been 10 minutes since I talked to the horse?
No. You know what? No. Why not? because this is funny.
Are the crabs saying anything?
Nope.
All right.
In fact, it's really weird that they're not talking. You would think that they would at least be chattering a little bit. No.
Right. At least to each other.
Nope.
And of course, all crabs speak with an annoying French accent.
No, peas.
Sebastian didn't, sir. He was Jamaican. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do a Jamaican accent.
You're making me crazy.
I'm not going to do a Jamaican accent. That would get me in trouble with the internet.
That's fair. Does I don't know how to ask this. Are they behaving normally? Like a standard crab?
No, not even a little. This is weird.
Okay, because like above board, I feel like these things are mind controlled and they're like an alarm system. But I don't.
Above board, Talia feels like they are properly
saying...
acknowledging my wonderfulness.
Yeah, I love this. Talia's just like, yes, finally.
Yes.
And Rory's like, this is suspicious.
Yeah, no, I know this is suspicious AF, but Talia's loving this.
They acknowledged you.
And here I am in the back, just recognizing that these crabs are alarming.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I have a thing.
He does.
Oh.
No, I was waiting for the trombone. That's fine.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh my god.
That's outstanding.
That is epic.
I'm not telling anyone how we did that because it's just because it will be abused. We're not gonna talk about the technology. But I have a soundboard now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Rory is going to walk up to the one that has gotten out of our way.
Yep.
And just kind of bend down to it and just go, "Hey friend, you doing okay?"
Hi.
Is this like a monotone like hey?
Oh yeah. Hi.
Okay. Like not standard crab hey?
I mean, how many crabs have you talked to?
I mean, in episode 1, quite a few.
What's your crab knowledge?
This does not sound like those crabs. Those crabs were like in unison, like at a rave.
Yes.
Literally. This guy is.
Does it sound like he's present? I'm
really interested in crab psychology right now. This is
if you're trying
crab 101.
There is to save time. There is no way. I don't believe that there is any way you'd be able to find out the information you're trying to find out by talking to this guy.
Fair.
But you get a sense.
But I have other questions for him.
Go ahead.
Did you see a guy come down here?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Don't know.
You didn't see which way he went?
I've been right here.
Yes, but you have visibility to multiple areas. You didn't see. If you saw him, you obviously saw which way he went.
And he kind of crab shrugs at you. I don't know how a crab shrugs, but he just kind of
very carefully
throws the claws. Okay.
I don't know.
You've been very helpful, and I'll just like tap it on the top of the shelf.
It like
stand up and just
like
be
a
like
weird like shimmy down into the dirt. Like, why'd you touch me?
Okay.
This feels very Court of Stars, by the way. You healed me.
Dare you, outsider!
Anyway.
So the crab just kind of shimmies into the dirt.
All right. That was no help.
So
we'll just keep going.
Let me reveal more for you guys because there is more. I should probably that was hiding more. I don't want to do that. I want to reveal. There we go. So as you walk over this way, Marie, Talia, naturally looks off to her left and sees the incline is not super steep, but it is a rocky incline, and and you can see kind of a larger opening up towards the top that is, you don't see anything in it. And it looks like at the edge of that, I didn't reveal enough because drawing rectangles is hard. You see the rocky incline kind of go off around a corner, and you don't know where else it goes from there. And then from where you are here, interesting revelation. You see what looks like the rough-hewn natural cavern. You see it looks like it turns into stone wall.
Oh.
Which is weird. It's quite weird.
So weird that you have to say it like a V.
Okay, so which way do you go? North or south, really?
Turns into like there's nothing I can't, like it's blocking it?
No. You can. That's just as far as you can see from here. Just because of just kind of natural like stuff getting in the way, but no, there's the sides of the passageway are stone wall. You probably would see more if you walked farther down the hallway.
Yeah, so it goes from natural to man-made looking.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna head towards the man-made here.
All right, I'm coming along.
Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. You come across the first thing that you see, and you actually, like, as you kind of enter the area that is like a stone slab floor, the first thing you see is a shattered sarcophagus.
Oh,
Naturally.
of course there is.
Oh boy.
And and as you kind of enter this area, you see two kind of alcoves off to the south that have opened sarcophaguses, snuffleupaguses.
Snuffleupagus is definitely what it's going to be from now on.
And they are currently they are closed sarcophaguses in two kind of alcoves to the south.
Okay.
And then you see the kind of stone floor kind of move off to either side.
I'm gonna go up to one of the closed sarcophagi and I'm gonna like knock on it and like, knock, knock, anyone home?
Oh god, we're gonna TPK again.
Nothing.
Can I roll a history
Sure.
check?
Yeah. Yeah.
Curious. All right. Let me just make sure I've got my.
Ooh, I should probably.
I mean, I am a battle master. I might know something. We'll see. Or whiff. I know nothing. No.
Okay. Well, I mean, hold on.
Not nothing. Just a poor student.
Linda, are you going to roll too, or?
I sure might as well because I know things sometimes.
I mean, the
Especially
two
when
of you are nobles of the area, so.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like if this is like.
Cool.
We paid attention to the peeps in our life real well.
That sounds good, right?
So here's what you guys know.
We were the only ones that mattered. Yes.
To your understanding, there have never been any official crypts under the town. Anyone that you have ever known, who has died and been buried nearby, has been buried in one of a few cemeteries or at sea. So the idea of like a tomb or a crypt under the city is a complete surprise to you. And this is not because of like foggy knowledge. This is, you did not think this happened. And so this seems off. And it kind of makes sense because, like, you would think that the water table near the coast would be kind of low, and why would you bury people underwater? That would be bad. So
Right, unless you're doing a burial at sea specifically.
unless you're doing
right?
weird stuff. Yeah. So this is definitely setting off the skevometers. Like, this is weird.
Mhm.
Never had any idea of anything like this before. I'm overriding. What I'm trying to do is give really fine language to override your judgment from the low die roll. This is just so obvious to you that even with the low die rolls, you're like, no, this is weird. This is weird. They wouldn't bury people underneath the ground.
And I'm going to relay that to the rest of the group that
underneath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
This is not right. This shouldn't be here.
I'm gonna not knock on the sarcophagus anymore.
To be fair, no one knocked back. Hey.
Well, that's great.
That.
That's good news.
To answer your question, no one knocked back. But
They didn't say who's there.
Wait.
So, as you move, you do see there's like a. I keep accidentally hiding areas. Oh my goodness. You do see like a little room off to the left, and let's get rid of that. And this little piece there. Oh man. And then you see off to the right. You see the the kind of stone floor continues until it hits and goes off to your left. Let me give the audience an idea as to what we're looking at here. Now, zoom in, everybody. There we go. Okay, so what do you do next? You're in a weird tomb that you aren't sure should exist.
I'm going to go into this little room.
Cool. All right, let me see if I can actually reveal things without ruining everything. It's a challenge for me. Okay, so you see that you go into that little room, and the end it opens up into a bigger room as you kind of go farther off to the west, right? But there are like some steps. Not enough to call it anything crazy. By the way, this is solid stone, so you're not on difficult terrain anymore.
Okay.
So you're not like in silt. This is stone. So you take like a few steps. Kind of like there's some steps here. Oh, why is it not letting me do it? These right here are like some steps to go up to like a little bit of a higher room. And then you can clearly, from where you're see a few sarcophagi that are kind of lining the northern wall of that crypt.
All right.
Preston, are you
Wait.
actually hanging out with the crab in the back, or?
As the description continues, I kind of am just moving my character along the journey.
Cool. All right, Dolly, you're driving the bus.
I'm going to go up here.
Yeah, I'm following her.
Okay, let me see if I can again successfully reveal areas of the room. I promise it's not as hard as I make it look. Everybody that wants to use roll. Boom. Okay, so
He's also producing a show at the same time.
It's
okay,
true.
admittedly, it is a bit of a challenge, but it is. Okay, so you come into the room and you see that. So on the south side, you see that the man-made stone wall is kind of caved in, and then along the outside edge of this square room, you see 4 intact sarcophagi and one that has been, that's been kind of cracked open and there's kind of rubble covering it.
Okay.
Other than
right,
that, you just see some room.
Okay. Since there's no water in sight, I'm actually going to take the breathing bubble, put it away because it does not have infinite air available. So I'm going to put that away. And I'm also going to make sure I have my short bow kind of ready to rock.
Sure. I think that sounds reasonable. Anyone doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my bow out too.
I mean, I had my sword out because it's
Oh no, yeah,
a light.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
oh yeah.
So
I'll admit, I just kind of assumed y'all had your weapons out when you were in
Yeah.
the dungeon.
Yeah.
Tally had been yeah.
Yeah, Tally's packing heat, no matter
Yes.
what. She's packing heat, eating breakfast. Okay. So, okay. So let me
Facts.
clear my. I will clear my drawing because you guys don't need to know about the steps at this time. So, yeah. So, are you going to further explore this room, or are you going to go back? I mean, it does not seem that there are any passageways leading out of this room other than the one that you're standing in.
All right. Then if this is a no way out, then I'm gonna if anyone else wants to check, I'm not zoned for dealing with dead bodies again.
All right. I'm just going to walk over and see if there's any
Yeah.
inscription on the nearest one,
Sure.
just to see if there's any kind of indication that might give some explanation on why this.
Investigation check.
Yay, righty.
Yeah, give me an investigation.
All right.
Well, no, you do not.
Not
see,
very good.
Yeah,
I
you
don't see anything.
All
Okay.
right,
Fair
See,
enough.
doodly doo.
So my question
Preston's
is,
gonna
while
give it a
you are
try.
investigating it, Linda, do you touch it?
Oh, heck no.
Oh,
Shouldn't
I
even
know
touch the
less
bone
than
dust.
Linda.
Yeah. Okay.
I was putting on like gloves to touch the bone dust. I know better.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So you kind of do an about face, and Rory, I do see you kind of walking over towards that. You can tell that hallway kind of there on the right hand side. Like when you hit that wall, if you turn to the right, it looks like it looks like there's kind of rubble, so it looks like a caved in passageway. But it looks like the passageway to the left will probably be open for you.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of peek to the end of the hall
Sure.
and look down the left.
Okay. How far is your dark vision?
Is it total darkness down here?
Yes. At this
I think
point,
30.
yes.
I think 30 feet.
Cool. Thanks. I will. Let's see if I can successfully reveal just the appropriate amount.
Tis a hallway.
You got a hallway, and let me show this to the. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like you look and you see a hallway. It extends to a larger room to the left that you can tell. But you just can't get a really good angle on it. And again, it looks like there is a larger hallway to the right.
Okay. I guess I will come down the hallway to about here, where I can look.
Okay. Well, first
So-
off, let me reveal the stuff as you walked past it. On your left, as you kind of pass by it, there is, and I need to actually reveal it. On your left, you see like an alcove that has like a little altar in it.
Okay. Can I have looked at the altar before I kept going?
Yeah, yes, that was what I was giving you the opportunity to stop. When you get there, you look at the altar. The first thing you notice is that there is incense and it is lit.
Okay.
It's off the hook.
So I'm going to assume that I know about how long incense burns.
Yeah.
So, like, can I tell how long ago it was
I
lit?
don't know how long incense burns, but it looks like this incense has not been burning for very long. Whatever
Okay.
that means. I'm sure someone in the chat can correct me. I don't
That's
know
fine.
what
Yeah,
that
it only
looks like.
burns for like a few minutes.
Yeah, I think it's like
Not long.
5.
Yeah, it
Just
appears that
until
this
your
may-
RA gets mad.
Yeah, until your RA gets mad. So it is, barring magical shenanigans, this looks like it was just lit very recently,
Okay.
which fits your timetable
Mm-hmm.
if you're putting together puzzles in your head.
What is the altar? Is it literally just a thing for incense, or is there like a plaque or a bust or something?
I mean, there's definitely religious iconography. If you
For
want to do a
what?
religion check, you can.
Six.
I mean, there's snakes on it and stuff.
Okay.
Very hissy.
So as you get to the end of the hallway, let's see here. We reveal a little bit more. So you get to the end of the room and you see you see 3 sarcophagi, and on top of one of the sarcophagi is
It's a sarcophagal.
Sorry.
On top of the sarcophagi is an uninterrupted dungeon master, and and what you see appears to be a crazy knotted stone pile of snakes. So it's like a statue of snakes that are like super knotted together. You know that thing they have like, you know, in like sewers where like all the rats get their tails
Oh, the
tied
Rat
together?
King.
It's like the Rat King thing. It's like that,
Yeah.
only it's snakes. And
Made of stone?
And it's made of stone. It's not moving.
Oh, okay. That
It's
was my next
very
question.
obviously made of stone, but it is a whole bunch of snakes kind of chilling stone-like.
Rory's just gonna go, nope, 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 and back up.
Why is it always snakes?
I was about to say we can't do snakes on a plane, but we can do crabs in a crypt.
We do have crabs in a crypt. Okay, so Rory sees the snake statue and backs up. What does everybody else do? Is anyone else doing anything?
Back up.
Well,
Is anyone else? Does anyone else?
is there room to get past the entire crew in this hallway?
Yeah. So I mean, it's the way that, just so you know, for futures with maps and stuff, like you do not physically take up a full 5-foot square. For combat purposes, that represents like your kind of like your total space that you take up while fighting. But like, we're not in initiative. This is not combat. So like, yeah, you could probably fit like 3 wide down this hallway. Because again, none of you are half orcs in full plate. Like, there's no Goliaths here. So, yeah, please don't. While we are doing free exploration, feel free to move your characters around as you please and not worry about overlapping on the map. Because unless someone is gonna like bar you from moving, which I would assume they would tell you, you can just move around freely. Like y'all are not taking. There is plenty of room in this hallway. If that helps.
All right.
That was kind of a long-winded answer, but that's what I do.
All right. Because Talia is interested.
Yeah, Jez kind of is too.
In what, the snakes or the altar?
She'll go with her.
Aren't they kind of the same thing?
Well, the
2 different
altar
rooms.
is where Penn and Aurora are right now, but the snakes are north of the altar, so they are different. But they both have snakes on them.
Okay, I'm gonna try a history check then again.
Sure. Yeah. And Jezebel, as you kind of walk up there, and Talia, I'll need that too. Okay, so I'm recognizing the 15 history check. We'll put a pin in that in a moment. Everyone who has kind of moved in, as you move into that opening, if you guys could give me a perception check.
Okay.
And that would be Talia and Jezebel. Anybody else that moves up with Talia and Jezebel to go see the stone snakes, give me a perception check.
Outstanding.
Roll 9. Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
While they're perceiving the hole.
Perceiving nothing.
um,
Wear a shirt.
can I take
Right.
the incense out and kill it?
Yeah,
Extinguish. Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Noted. Chaos Goblin. So
I'm not gonna help summon this thing.
Chaos raids.
I'm just playing. Anyway, so okay, so we got a 5, a 9, a 21. Okay, the 21. You notice that as you've been walking through, you really didn't like pick up on it until now. You've got like kind of snakes in your brain. Now that you've seen the snakes on the altar and now the snakes here,
Mm-hmm.
like you can see like the stones, like the walls that are carved and stuff. It looks like scales.
Great.
You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
looks like the bricks that were put into the wall to build the walls looks like they're just a little bit askew. Like it's hard to tell, and maybe it's just a trick of your mind. But like it really looks like they're not like perfect rectangles, quick bricks. It looks like maybe they are like it looks like scales, and it's the whole wall. And it's one of those, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yep.
things. Everybody else,
All right.
you just see brick walls. It's like a little bit. Tali, for your history check, there's no like you can't remember. There's no like families that have snakes as their crest. You know, snakes aren't necessarily viewed as nautical creatures. So most of the families that have like animals on their crests or in their name all pick like very clearly aquatic animals, right? So like whales and sharks and dolphins and various different species of fish, or aquatic birds. But you've never heard of a family or anything like that has anything to do with snakes.
Okay.
What I will say, because I do want to fully reveal on the map, is because man, there are a lot of you in this room, and I didn't see this. So this is like a doorway right here. Let me draw.
Okay.
You see like a stone double door that open that looks like a push because there's no like handle or anything.
Okay.
So it's a stone double door that you could push open. That is kind of it is exactly where it is on the map.
Okay.
Does it look ajar?
It does not.
Okay, it's closed up tight. All right, before we go forward to it, I'm going to go over to I'm going to come over to Tali and Jez and just share what I can see with the wall design. Like I'm, really uncomfortable, like letting them know like this is like, I feel like I'm surrounded by scales. It just, kind of a little freaked out.
As soon as she says it to you, you can't unsee it. It's absolutely, it looks like the stonework was subtly, like if you're the kind of character that would be impressed by craftsmanship, this is cool. If you're afraid of snakes, it is not. So like balance that. Y'all can roleplay how you please. But once she says, yeah, doesn't this stonework look like scales? Once she says that, you can't unsee it. It absolutely looks like it is a subtle design, but it looks like scales.
can I do a religion check?
Yes, you can. You can, in fact, do a religion check.
Oh, well, that's an 8, so.
I mean, You could imagine that it is possible, considering there is an altar with snakes on it,
Yeah.
and that there is a sarcophagus with a bunch of snakes on it, that there is some religion that has snake iconography, but it is not one that
Okay.
you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
But, you can stand to reason. Sounds like there's some snake stuff going down in here.
Is this place like dusty?
Oh, yeah. This is old, nasty, gross.
Okay. Can I sense any tracks in here of footprints going somewhere, like to the double doors,
That would
or
be a-
like handprints on any of the sarcophagi,
That
or
would be
anything?
a survival check.
Cool. 20.
Sure. Yeah, you see muddy footprints lead up to the two doors.
Hmm. What about handprints on the sarcophagi?
You do not see handprints anywhere.
Okay. I will point out the tracks to the double doors.
Okay. Clearly, that's the way we need to go if we're going to follow this guy.
Let's go.
Be
Okay.
ready to be
Mm.
ready for shenanigans if we open the door and stuff wants to follow us.
Shenanigans.
Fix your face.
I'm hurt. Okay. So, how are you opening these stone double doors?
Given my track record with trying to move couches and open giant stone doors, not me.
I'm gonna push on the door.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Well, with my -1.
I mean, you said you were pushing. You didn't say that you were.
I know. I got a 17.
Hey, listen, you push it, and it opens. You know what? It actually
I'm
opens.
so strong.
It opens like a third of the way, which is way more.
Strong
than
like bull.
Here's what happens. You push. In your head, you're like, I'm doing this, but I'm doing this, and so you expected it to just push and then you slide backwards. Is what you expected, and it gave a little bit more than you expected right away, and then it gave you this burst of confidence, and you pushed it. And the fact that you got it a third of the way open is give yourself some props. You know what I mean? You're really,
Right.
you're really impressed with yourself. So it's still not open, but it is ajar.
Maybe if we all push it, we can get it open all the way.
With that said, it is open. You can see a little bit in, and you see a light, a blue, kind of fluttering light from the northern side of the room, reflecting out over what appears to be water.
There's some kind of light in there. We should be careful.
Mm.
And water.
Absolutely.
And water.
Okay. So,
Well,
Kelly, you want the bubble for this?
Yeah, I'll take the bubble.
Okay. All right.
All right. Donning said bubble. I'm going to push a little harder on the door.
Okay. Give me a strength check. With
Okay.
advantage because it's mostly open. Well,
All right.
partially open.
1 second.
Oh yeah. So you push it and it opens the rest of the way. I'm just gonna remove the drawing. I obviously can't undo the door in the background of my battle map. So just pretend it's not there.
I see nothing.
You see nothing. So as the door opens, let me reveal. You see a square room. There is the doors open, you push them and the doors open all the way. They actually, once they get to a certain point, you notice that they're actually there's some hinge work, and they actually open a full 180 into the room. So it's they're not even there. They just you hear them thud into the wall on the other side. What you see is a square room, 25 feet across or so. There is, and towards the kind of northeast corner, you actually see that there's like a ramp that kind of goes down into water. There's like a lower area that is kind of smaller. You can kind of see that there's something underneath it, but you're not really sure exactly what it is. And on the wall, the northern wall, and you guys can see it, that blue kind of sparkly thing. I will reveal this to the audience as well. You see a blue. It looks like lightning, but it's not lightning. But it's just kind of like sparking, and it is a circle. It looks like a portal.
Arcana check. Very much Arcana check.
It's a portal. It is not a spell that you recognize, but it is very clearly a portal. One thing that you, before even the die roll, now you get some extra information. So it's a portal. It is not a spell that you recognize. The fact, so your good die roll, because that was probably close to like a 30 with Preston.
23, but yeah.
So it looks like this portal is like you get a sense that it is like contracting slowly, but it looks like one of those Metroid doors where it can like close and then open again, and it looks like it's slowly closing, and there's like a small little trickle of water kind of trickling out of the center of the portal now. And no, the water that is trickling out of the portal is not reacting to the lightning-looking energy of the portal at all. It's just a little drip. That's it.
I well,
What is this doing here? What do we do about this?
my guess is, and this is wild conjecture, the person we're looking for probably went through it.
Hello? Did you go through?
Shockingly, you don't get a response.
Shockingly.
Should we go in?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Yes, it
this.
is.
Really? I was not expecting you all to say yes.
Wait.
I ate the cookie. Of course, I was going to say yes.
Okay, so as you go in, I'm trying to give you guys the reveals as they go. You see a hallway that leads to the south into kind of another room, and the light from the lightning kind of illuminates the hallway a little bit for Preston. You can see that eventually the room, there's like a passageway on the other side of the room, and it goes to another hallway, and then it kind of goes off to one side. The room that you are in, you notice that you come in and you're basically on like a 5-foot walkway that surrounds the outside of the room. And from the side that you are on right now, as you kind of the walkway that you are all kind of lined up, you notice that it is slowly descending. And then there's a little platform, and then it descends a little bit as it goes north until eventually it's basically a recessed, I don't want to say pit, because it's not a pit, but there is like the
Sunken room.
It's a sunken room. Yes, that's great. Thank you. And in the bottom of that sunken room, you can see it is mostly filled with water, but you can see a sarcophagus that is on the ground underneath the portal. I want to make it very clear, the portal is not on the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus is not in. They are separate things. I just didn't. I can't do 3D in my map.
Oh, sure.
May I get perception checks from everyone who is looking either in the water or at the sarcophagus? Please tell me which. Both is okay.
I'm going to go with both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said perception.
Perception, please.
Total roll of 10 on the portal.
Okay.
I got an 11 on the sarcophagus.
Okay. There's snakes on it.
Okay. I was gonna, before you had us do this, I was gonna look specifically to see if the dripping water was doing anything to the sarcophagus.
It doesn't really reach it because the sarcophagus is underwater.
Oh, it
So
is. It's none of it is. None of it
Yeah.
is breathed.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sarcophagus is entirely submerged. So the water is kind of dripping into the water. The water from the portal is dripping into that.
Okay.
But it's not hitting the sarcophagus per se, but the sarcophagus is in water.
Okay.
So, just for my observations, drawing everything together. So the room that was outside with the snakes, that was dusty, and messed up and stuff. And in here, there's an active source of water. Is like the ground that is the platform we are standing on wet?
Yes.
Like, so is water draining into the pit or out of the pit?
Right now, water is draining into the pit. You suspect that it is. There is a passageway to the south, and it is. You can see that passageway is wet too.
Is it uphill or downhill?
It's downish hill. It is definitely not uphill. You can't see
So,
an incline there.
in case of spontaneous flooding, I'm trying to figure out where the high ground is.
That's a good idea. I support that. Did anyone else? Did anyone roll above a 20? We'll just do this like initiative. Did anybody roll above a 20?
Nope.
Did anybody roll above a 15? Cool. So there's snakes on the sarcophagus. What else?
Yay!
What else would you guys? What would you like to do?
Well, there's another passage to explore because I don't think going through the portal is the way we want to proceed.
You said it.
I
looked like
thought
the
we were
portal-
going to go through the portal. Why did we change our mind?
Because there's another passage to explore behind us.
Fair enough. So we try that passage first, then maybe double back.
While this disappears and shrinks?
Is Truffles out?
Ooh. Send the truffles.
That's a good idea.
I did retrieve Truffles when I landed. So he's in my coat pocket.
Okay.
Are you going to ask me to send Truffles into the portal?
I mean, if he was on the ground, I was going to chuck him, but yeah.
Are we eating a possum? Is that what you're saying?
Ask Truffles nicely. It is an intelligent creature.
All right, sentient being. Would you like to go through the portal?
No pets were harmed in the filming of this podcast. Whatever it is. I'm sorry. It's not a podcast.
I was going to send my ravens, but I really can't see through them to see what's on the outside.
Truffles and Preston seem to have this knowing glance and exchange between each other, as familiars can communicate through telepathy. And then I kind of find a corner. I actually, let me look at the map. I actually stand against the hallway, kind of right over here.
Okay.
Lean up against it.
Okay.
And then I shift my senses to Truffles.
Okay.
And then I will chuck Truffles at the portal so he doesn't hit water.
Okay. I would like a dexterity check.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Should I have
Listen,
been the one to chuck the Truffles?
I've got good dexterity, hopefully.
Yeah, the ranger throwing the ranged fighter throwing this is probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
17.
Cool. So here's what happens, everybody.
Oh boy.
So you throw Truffles, and it's a bullseye right in the middle of the portal, and his nose kind of goes through the portal, but then the rest of him just kind of smashes into the wall because the portal is only possum nose size. So So if you were playing darts, perfect. but you're not playing darts. You're playing possum darts. And possum darts mean that you basically just threw Preston's consciousness into a wall. And so what happens is the Truffles hits the wall, and like because his nose is stuck in the portal, he just kind of like the bottom part of his body just kind of falls down and hits the wall, and then he just slides slowly into the water.
Oh.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Truffles turns on us. How dare you?
Oh.
Truffles would like to barbarian rage.
I would like to rage.
Outstanding. I don't want to brag, but outstanding.
I mean, roll the low number now. Just get it out of your way.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are fights where you just want to go last, if I'm being honest. Maybe the fight.
First roll is Preston. Second roll will be Truffles.
Okay. So, Linda had the 20?
Yep.
Okay. And next is...
Me.
Okay. Next is Rory. And then Jez. And then Tolly. And then Preston.
Truffles.
And then Truffles and then Preston.
Yes.
Well, Preston is kind of unconscious.
That's why he rolled 2.
Okay. So, here is what happens. So as soon as Truffles' butt hits the water, you notice, all of you notice that the water kind of around starts to kind of roil and coalesces into
Oh god, water elemental.
what? A humanoid shape. It coalesces into a humanoid shape.
Ooh.
Shiny?
Burn it.
Tally,
Yeah.
I would like you to make a reflex save. That would be a dexterity save. Reflex
Thank
saves are multiple additions you go.
This thing knows that I don't just roll 3s, right?
I mean, does it know that I don't just roll 1s?
Okay, so Tolly.
Yeah.
So the humanoid, the water-bound humanoid thing, it is it's a loosely humanoid shape with 2 kind of glowing eyes that look like super fast whirlpools in what could be a head. It turns, looks at you, and then it like just pushes its 2 hands out at you and just shoves you with salt water. You take 13 points of damage.
What?
And are shoved to the end
Excuse.
of, and you are shoved 15 feet
Dang.
out of the room.
Good lord.
So I don't know why it's not letting me move you. Which is weird because I should be able to move you. But if you could move yourself 3 spaces to the left, boom, boom, boom. Thank you. That's it. And can I have a strength check from you, please?
Yes. One moment. Flopping screens. Oh, same thing. Okay.
Yay,
Okay.
no knock prone.
You are not knocked prone. So basically, it just shot you with a fire hose, and you weren't able to dodge it. However, you were able to maintain your footing.
Glaring and spitting in his direction is involved right now.
Sure, I'm down. Pin, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot at it with the short bow
Sure.
since it attacked Tally. So let's see, to hit.
I mean, yeah, this
Let's
does not
see.
look friendly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 13 to hit.
good enough.
Okay. And so +3 to that. So 7 points.
Okay, so you shoot it. You notice that your arrow passes through it a little bit faster than you would have liked. So it looks like you hurt it, but you know, it looks like arrows may not be the way to go.
Fair.
But it did take some hit. Next up is Rory.
Can you attack through a mage hand?
No.
Dang. Okay. Then I guess I'm just going to shoot it with my bow, even though I know it's not going to do much.
I mean, you got to do something to it.
Oh my god.
We have to go back and count how many and just see how many
It's been at least 5 at this point.
Definitely 5. So you shoot, and it does not hit. Just the arrow wildly goes kind of past it. It does not hit. Next is Jezebel.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna try to swing my rapier at it, I guess.
Sure.
Just yeah. So let's do that. +4. So let's see. And that's a whole 9 to hit.
Nope, not good enough.
Yeah.
So you stab and you connect with it, but like it's water, so you're just like
Yeah.
Next up is Talia. On deck is the Truffles and Preston cluster. Talia, what you gonna do? You gonna do a fight?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. This is not difficult terrain, so I didn't say that, but this is perfectly fine for movement.
13 to hit.
That is good enough.
Okay.
This thing is big and squishy, so it does not appear to be hard to hit.
All right. 1. Just making sure because it's been a while since I used this weapon. All right, 9 damage.
Sure. Which weapon is it?
It's the
glowy one?
glowy moon sword. Yeah.
Sure. So you swing, and man, you swing wide right across its torso, in air quotes, and leave like a bright, cool-looking gash right across the center of its torso. And yes, I mean cool-looking, okay? Because this is like a swirling water monster, and you cut into it, and the cut stuck. Next is the critter again. And it does this weird thing where it kind of like water bends up on like a little water spout and spins around. Everyone please make a reflex save, which is a dexterity save.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, thank goodness. The thing I'm good at least.
17.
Okay, so if you did less than a 15, you take 5 points of damage. If you did more than that, you are able to get out of the way. No one is moved. It basically just spun around and like just splashed a bunch of water at everybody really, really fast. And it was just so fast that it was sharp. Next is the Truffles and Preston cluster. Up on deck after that is Pin and Rory.
Okay.
So Truffles goes first.
Yep.
As I am controlling Truffles, I am as Truffles returning my senses back to Preston.
Okay.
And then Truffles is now in default escape mode.
Sure.
So
All right, so I just won't use. Truffles will stay in the order, but I won't call on it unless you tell me what to do. So now it's Preston's turn.
Okay, so now that I have my senses, I'm actually within melee range of the elemental.
You are,
correct?
in fact, yes. The only person not in melee range. Well, the two people who are not are Pin and Rory, the archers.
Okay, so I'm going to use my move action and disengage.
That's so
gonna-
disengaging is your action. So if you're going to
Disengage in action?
yes.
Oh, I thought okay. Then my bonus action will be to disappear in a cloud of smoke and Misty Step away.
Sure. Where Misty Step where you're going to Misty Step. Cool.
I move there.
Sure.
As my action, I'm going to shoot it with a chromatic orb.
Sure. What kind?
Lightning.
Cool.
Good choice.
Does 17 hit?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, do some damage. Well,
That didn't matter. That didn't count. Hold on.
what do you mean
That
that
would-
didn't count?
Well, it's supposed to be 3d8.
Okay, well, roll 2. Okay, those are much better. So a 1.
So a total
of
a total of 11 lightning damage.
Sure. So you
Nice.
hit the guy with a ball of lightning, and it kind of shakes it a bit, and some of its form kind of dissipates a little bit. Clearly, you heard it. And next is Pin, Rory, and then Jez. You're up after that.
Okay. Am I able to switch weapons, take a step, and attack, or is that too many things?
You can draw your weapon. I mean, if you want to drop your bow, you can do that. You can't stow a weapon, draw another weapon, move, and attack. So if you
Okay,
wanted
then
to
I don't
drop-
want to. I don't want to drop it because with the water, I'm afraid of more shenanigans. So I will just switch out weapons and then step over so I'm ready to attack on my next turn.
Okay, sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Next is Jez. Talia, you're next after Jez.
You skip me.
What?
You skip me.
Rory, go ahead. All right, Rory, you're next. Then Jez. Sorry.
So this thing came out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Is the water lower? Still existing as it was?
The water looks more or less what it was. I mean,
Okay.
you understand. You're a science person, so you know that there is clearly less volume in that because of this thing, but not noticeably because that's a
Okay. It didn't take up like all of the water.
No. It is not all of the water. No.
Okay. Okay.
The sarcophagus is still doing its thing.
Okay. Then I will just shoot it again. 25.
Yep. This is a magic bow. Yes.
Maybe.
Wait, did y'all give her the magic bow?
Of course we did.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Naturally.
So
Didn't even
I
feel
forgot
like
it
it
was
was worth
magical.
saying because it was so obvious.
I forgot it was magical. I just knew that it gave me an extra +1 to
yeah, that's
whatever.
fine. Yeah, it is magic. So you shoot him.
Yep. Sorry. I'm just looking to see how much damage I do. And then I'm going to send my ravens after it as well,
Sure.
which is
Sure.
1d6 for an extra, so 14 points of damage.
Sure. So, your arrow, just something, it just hits different than Linda's. So your arrow crashes into it like a car, just right in the front of it. You feel like just a splash of water off of it. Then your ravens crash right into that and bullseye into the arrows. and it is it's bloodied, but you know, like it's water, so like it's not bloodied, but like it's definitely hurting.
Like Talia.
Oh,
Next is Jezebel.
okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give Talia some bardic inspiration, which is a reminder, Talia. Yeah, you get a 1d6 for ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws. And then I'm just going to give my rapier another try.
Sure. Talia,
That's a
you're on.
5.
So that's a miss. You know, you give it another thrust, and it's like that TikTok thing where it's just like,
Yeah.
and it's just getting out of the way. It's just you can't get it.
I'm just not very good at this. It's fine.
We got to figure it out. Maybe you need to use a two-handed battle axe. Maybe that's the answer. Talia, you're up.
All right.
Just gonna break
one-
up with your rapier and then just switch it.
It
Battle
happens.
axe time.
Yeah.
All right, and that's a D20. 14 to hit,
Good enough. We're looking for a 13, just for sake of
Oh.
ease for you guys.
and then wait, that and
Basically, everybody
then
gets the hit except Jez. Really is what's happening.
all right, that and an extra D6. 10.
10. Hey, 10's
10
good.
damage.
10's good, guys. This thing is so.
Yeah.
As soon as your blow hits, again, you swing again. Before it was horizontal. This time it's just vertical, head to thorax, and just a really cool looking slash right in the middle. This thing is starting to fall apart. Like you can start to see like its arms are kind of like getting long, like it's dripping into the water. So yeah, good news. It's hurting. Next is the critter. It does the following. It is going to start like it kind of sinks slightly into the water, not all the way, and it jets backwards. Talia, Jez, and Penelope, all three of you get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
As it basically does that thing, like it's at the edge of the pool, so it's like a kid at the edge of the pool, like just kind of pushes off like a superhero. It's doing that, only it's huge. So while it's kind of like holding on to like push off against it, you guys get to take a stab. So
Sweet.
Oh, I don't have to. Do I have to hit?
yeah, you got to roll to hit.
Mhm.
All right. 1
Oh,
second.
22. Thank you.
So 9.
9. Oh.
Okay, so Jez, this is time for redemption.
1d8 plus 2. There we go. 6 damage.
Okay, so you poke at it. It does less than you would have expected.
Yeah.
And as you poke into it, it pushes off. And here's what you see. You see a massive wave of water push towards the back corner. Enough that it actually kind of raises the water level enough that it kind of splashes at Preston's boots. The following things happen. One, the biggest one is the water goes up and splashes Preston's boots, and that kind of makes a lot of noise, and it's kind of chaotic, etc. You notice that it has dislodged the top of the sarcophagus. And it kind of, as the water settles back down, you notice that the sarcophagus is now resting on the side of the, like kind of on the ground. And the sarcophagus is open. Everyone who is at the edge of the water, please make a perception check.
I don't know if I am or not.
You are, because this is fun.
Perception on a 19.
12.
Okay.
15.
I was gonna say, I think I'm the only one to not do it because I'm further back.
Yeah. Okay. So, Talia, Jez, Preston, you guys see as the sarcophagus lid falls to the ground, you see you see two things. One, a pulse of gold/green energy pulses through the water, hitting, and two things happen there. Preston, I would like a dexterity save from you. While he does that, the greenish goldish energy that pulses out of the open sarcophagus destroys the water creature. Like, it pushed off to try and escape, knocked open the top of the sarcophagus, and then just got blown up by this weird energy. So, Preston, dexterity save, please.
Sorry, I was just looking up a different spell. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
19?
so the greenish goldish energy like flows up the kind of rampway as it comes up the laneway at you. And as it is about to get you, you don't know how you did this, but you jumped up in the air higher than you have ever jumped in your life. And it's like a whip. You see that green and gold energy just smack up against the wall, and you are immediately very grateful that you got out of the way. And everyone who so basically everyone except for Pin, you see in the bottom of that sarcophagus, now that the greenish goldish energy is gone, you see what looks like writhing pile of snakes.
Oh.
They are not leaving the sarcophagus, but you see a writhing pile of snakes.
Can I look behind me to see what the stone chunk of snakes is doing?
Sure. We're out of initiative, by the way.
Okay.
So the stone snakes look like they did before.
Okay.
Truffles has retreated to my person.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Truffles miraculously survived.
Yay!
The possum lives.
No pets were harmed in the filming of this adventure.
I expend an action and send it to the familiar pocket dimension
That sounds great.
as part of its spell.
Hey Talia,
Yeah.
you hear like hissing, but it's not coming from the water. It's coming from like everywhere,
Oh.
and no one else can hear it. You hear hissing.
Can anybody else? Did anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
Hear what?
The hissing. Like a lot of it.
No.
I don't,
Really?
but I trust you.
Are you okay?
I think we should go.
Yes.
Hey Pin,
Or
Yeah.
you while you're kind of surveying the scene, you
Mhm.
notice that the you now see the snakes in the sarcophagus.
Okay. Yep.
And they are they were roiling, and right, they're
Mhm.
moving around and writhing, and it's like just kind of chaos under there. You know, it's weird that it's not doing anything to the water. But
Oh.
after, pretty much as soon as Talia, you were looking at the sarcophagus, as soon as Talia says what she says, and you hear a snap, and just ghostly snakes from that sarcophagus blast past you like a wind. and knock you over. No one else feels this. And you are knocked prone by just
Jeez.
ghostly snakes just exiting and moving, leaving through every exit of this room, including several of them through the portal. And as soon as Pin hits the ground, y'all notice that there are no snakes in the sarcophagus anymore.
Huh? Where did they go? Weren't there just snakes in there?
They went every which way.
What?
Yeah, these things, they do not take care of themselves. We have a problem.
Did we just do
Yes.
a big oopsie?
No. The water elemental did a big oopsie.
Yes, let's
The
blame
water-
the water elemental. That's good.
It looks like there's a portal right there. It's very obvious that this place does not naturally have portals to the elemental plane of water.
No.
So let's just suppose that whoever escaped down this well set a trap. We happened to spring the trap. The trap had unintended consequences. Now we're in trouble.
Yeah, we should probably get out of here.
Talia, you still hear the hissing, by the way.
I mean, I still hear the hissing.
You hear it like in your head?
How else do you hear things?
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm gonna go look at the. Have the stone snakes changed at all? The little the
I have a
thingy?
perception check,
Okay.
and please tell me if you touch them.
17. I am not touching them, sir. I'm just looking at them. Nice try.
Not our first rodeo.
Linda taught us well in that crypt situation.
To be fair,
Was
to
I
be
blunt
fair,
enough
to
in
be
the
fair-
I'm not touching?
To be fair, Noob Mama LARPs, and she.
To
and I
be
both
fair.
know 100
Yeah.
people that would touch the snake.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Easily 100. 100.
I mean, I ate the cookie. I would have
would've
touched the
met-
snake.
We know
No
a dozen people who would have tried to eat the snake.
yeah.
So,
Oh, that's true.
Anyway.
You LARP with some weird people.
LARPers are a different
Yep.
breed.
Yeah, they are.
LARPing is weird. As long as it's appropriately treasured, fine. I'll touch
Yeah.
it. So
That's
you see-
wonderful.
So anyway, we can tell LARP stories later. So I see your perception check. It does kind of look like it's moving now that you look at it a little closer. But,
Oh,
like, it's not like
the stone snakes, they're moving!
it's not locomoting. It's like kind of like
Look.
moving. You know what I mean? It's not like getting closer.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
Come on, let's do the locomotion.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Should we go tell Thaddeus about this and just, probably warn
Yes.
people or something?
Our job is to tell people about what we've seen here and hopefully do it without getting harmed.
Yes.
All right, let's get the heck out of here then.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack.
As you turn,
Get out of
Oh,
here.
No.
as you go down the hallway,
No.
you see a crab peek around the corner.
Hey.
And the crab says, I don't know, we'll see what happens in 2 weeks. Because we did this.
No. Crab, you're so smart.
I was gonna have Rory go into the hallway and be like, no.
Get out of
Bad
here.
crab.
It's
Bad crab.
definitely been more than 10 minutes. And, oh man,
Yeah.
it's almost like stuff has changed, so I have to hide the whole dungeon again so you guys can explore your way out. So
Oh, no.
everybody that watched, thank you very much for watching episode 4 of the Coils of Destiny. I guess we
Yay.
found out what the coils stuff is all about as you guys just unleashed something.
It's all coming together.
I guess we're just destined.
You are destined to cause issues. So, everybody, thank you very much for joining us this week. We will be back in another week. We will be back next week for the Engage Family Gaming podcast. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 5 of Coils of Destiny. If you like what you saw, please head on over to the Engage Family Gaming YouTube channel, and the VOD will be up by the end of the night tonight. And you can like it and comment it and share it with friends. because we would like more people to watch it. And believe it or not, the YouTube videos are actually doing pretty well by and large. So that is pretty cool. So to my players, thank you guys for being there. We all missed Amanda tonight. We'll all fill her in on, at least nobody can blame Oliveira for maybe bringing about an apocalypse. Who knows? Until next time, everybody, don't forget to get your family game on. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.